Hello again, I'm Kalen, and I'm going to be going back into since November. Work on the second route. I think I'll probably do Val or Nomi this time, just to get that second half going. I think I'm gonna just do a full read through from the beginning again. Just keep everything within like the same context. It's sort of like it's only an hour for the first one, so figured I might as well. It's not a big deal to reread that first section. But without further ado, let's get into it. I'll skip the content warning this time. If you want it, you can go look at the Edgar video. Sweep the leg! Sweep the leg! Fighting for my life here on this stolen couch. Haha, gotcha! His character catches my kick and proceeds to wield my guy's leg like a giant club, slamming his body against the ground behind him. You probably shouldn't do things like that. Things that Val just shouted out. He can hear him. Yeah, well, I know that now. Don't sweep the leg! For a huge bear, Val sure has a golden retriever energy. I don't know what to do with that. Why the hell is everyone on his side? You picked the guy that everyone hates. It's tradition. How the hell am I supposed to know that? Huffing, the goat is shaking the controller around as if he expects it to do something. Looks ready to split in two. Also, no one likes you. Oh, ha ha! Val gasps. Nomi, don't joke about stuff like that. What can I say? I'm in my truth era. The bat's deadpan is inscrutable. If you don't chill, I'm gonna get a gag for you. Where would you find something like that? You know, that shop that gets all adulty in the back. Softcore toys for straight people. I've not through worse. Oh, you think you're funny? Fuck yeah! Never stood a chance! My guy appears to have exploded. How did you even do that? Double QCF heavy punch. What? Never mind. My hand actually hurts right now. You know, pressing the buttons harder doesn't make you do more damage. I think the results speak for themselves. While Charlie is celebrating, I realize that Edgar hasn't said anything at all. I look beside me to find the pigeons lumped down with their hands in their hoodie, staring at their feet, lost to this world. I shoulder them. Hey, are you okay? Is that a real question? I'm taken aback by their tone. I drop it. These things play Blu-rays, right? We could watch a movie or something. Sure, let's see what the bargain bin has for us. The bat leans over the side of the couch to rummage through something. She starts lifting off names in a rote monotone. We've got the Star Trek reboot, Mars Attacks, Melancholia. Dude. What? Warriors of Virtue, God's Not Dead 2. Charlie chuckles. 2, specifically. Eight-Legged Freaks, Arches, Idiocracy, Don't Breathe. You're omitting the rom-coms, aren't you? I would never. I stopped listening. Tell you what, you pick something good, I'll find some grub. I'm fucking starving. Whatever. No fish. Ha! Ha! Fish. Could you imagine? Come on, bestie. You look like you need it. They stir suddenly. Huh? Food. Now. Val grabs them from under the shoulder as he passes, and I'm still rising as I watch him practically drag the pouty pigeon away from the couch. The duo follows Charlie through the tapestries we'd hung up around our hideout and into the darkness beyond. When I reach that point myself, I freeze for a moment, gazing at the threshold like a chick that has grown too comfortable on his egg. When I finally push past the thin fabric, I'm left in near total darkness. I can only barely orient myself since by the handful of shelves that are lit dimly by the glow emanating from behind me. I wait for my eyes to adjust to the gloom. Long aisles grow from the gray, still and cold, a cemetery for commerce. We'd thrown our party in the single most inhospitable location in America, Best Buy. You coming or what? I flinch when I hear him call out from the front door, keys in hand. Yeah, I can't see shit in here. I leave the gaming department, skirting past the desk where I'd once purchased my last cell phone. I passed huge flat screens, refrigerators with all new AI features, and then expensive cameras that no one would ever use. Up front, there was a cardboard cutout of an old-timey possum in suspenders shouting his signature catchphrase, "It's burrowing time!" Beside him was a stack of unsold Blu-rays. The shadows made him menacing. When I catch up with them at the door, I'm blinded once again, this time by the light. Ow. I close my eyes against the sting. Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. The music permeates the outside world, as it has for weeks. Not this again. I hate this song now. Can't we just change it? Nomi rigged it. I don't know how. His gruff, dismissive tone betrayed that he hadn't really bothered to try. We gotta pass the int check or we're stuck in synth-pop hell forever. I'm slowly working my eyes open, though I'd rather not. My surroundings gradually come into focus. A mess of colorful brands forced lockstep into uniform storefronts. Our mall had seen better days. I kinda like it. We locked you out here for 2 hours, you'd be drinking cleaning supplies in no time. Jesus, dude. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. I don't remember her even liking this stuff. I feel like she just did it for the meme, liminal spaces and all that. That's not... Liminal spaces are the spots in between. You can't just call an empty room set to old music a liminal space. I stretch my arms over my head, donning a performatively smug smile. Linguistic drift, bitch. Literally usually means figuratively now. Get with the times. And look who woke up the moment it was time to be pedantic. I see you. You doing okay? Stop asking me that. The bird was never big on eye contact, but they aren't usually this quiet. In fact, they're prone to exhausting info dumping when the mood strikes. Today they seem shrunken. Alright, what do we have here? We've got stale pretzels from that one shitty stand over there. I wouldn't trust the hot dogs or anything with cheese. There's the candy store. I'm starting to process that it's kind of weird how malls mostly just serve cinnamon rolls and pretzels. How did that happen? Not exactly the food pyramid, is it? And pizza. Well, there's an idea. It's all garbage, so they probably keep the ingredients frozen in the back. I bet I could pull Papa Charles and whip up something edible. There's a room where the light won't find you, holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. Oh man, I could go for a pineapple chicken with bacon and barbecue sauce with... It's mall pizza. You're getting cardboard with pepperoni. Or not pepperoni. That's it. You could let a man dream for just 1 minute. It's precarious walking between two large men once they get all animated like this, and them start swinging around. But I'm an ermine. Being on the smaller side, I've grown used to watching out for dudes that don't do so themselves. Just close your eyes and imagine you're eating something better. Maybe it'll help. I told Sarah to do that once. It didn't help the flavor. Dude, gross. Oh, that's rich coming from you. Please, you should be so lucky. I already want to go back to where the world was small and full. I feel vulnerable being nearly alone in such a large and public space. We pass fully stocked clothing stores, one of those shops that got taken over by the Funko Pop trash, and cases full of jewelry still locked behind iron gates. At times like these, people always say that they feel like they're being watched, but it might actually be worse when you know that you aren't. Charlie hops to the bar at the pizza place, his horns nearly scraping a fixture. Instinct tells me to look both ways to check for security, even though I know that no one's coming. Wishful thinking. Alright, sit down, shut up, and watch the master work. All for freedom and for pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. We do just that for a while, as Charlie disappears into the back of the restaurant to find the freezer. But then I get bored. Before long, I'm pacing lazily around the outside, stretching as I wander without destination. I notice that Val has made his way over to the candle shop, so I join him as he stares longingly into the window. So close, and yet so far. He rattles the security gate with the defeated body language of a teenage girl. Could have really livened up the place. Not to mention how bad Charlie stinks lately. I snort. Not your scene? Don't start. We're both taken aback as the shutter starts to roll upwards. It's not locked. They grunt as they lift a deceptively impotent security measure overhead. Damn, someone's getting fired. Oh my gosh, we are thriving. The giddy bear rushes inside without hesitation. You're welcome. Thank you, Edgar. I give in to sin, because you have to make this life livable. Let's see here. Sea breeze, apple cinnamon. There's always lemon. Campfire. He gasps. Lavender, my beloved, I miss you so much. Like falling asleep in the arms of a big, round... We all jump at the sound of a crash as a candle collides with the back wall. The glass jar shatters on impact, raining shards onto the tile below. I'm made aware of Charlie's presence when he lets out a long, low whistle. He picks up another lidded candle and pitches it across the store like a baseball. This one hits the glass shelf, bringing down an entire display of perfume bottles. Fuck, that's satisfying. What are you doing? Aghast, the bear is shielding his lavender candle as if it's a baby in his care. Redecorating. There's cameras, dude. Cameras without eyes. Third candle flies through an island of lotions, scattering them like bowling pins before rolling in an arc along the floor, unbroken. No one's coming. Live a little. Charlie hands Edgar a candle. He turns it over a few times before winging it into the growing mess. This is fast becoming some backwoods carnival game. I give in to sin, because I like to practice what I preach. With a resigned sigh and a shrug, Val returns to his shoplifting, the pressure now on for him to rescue whatever he might want before Charlie gets to it. I don't see any sense in getting in anyone's way, but after a few minutes... Do y'all smell... smoke? Shit, fuck! Already? And he's gone. The silence that follows is kind of eerie in its contrast. I can now hear that Val has been humming along with the intercom song in order to drown out the ruckus. Edgar uncaps a fat Sharpie pen with a little pop and takes the scrawling on the wall as if it were their space to take. Why bother stopping at them at this point, I figure. They step back after a moment to appraise their work. We don't live in the grand scheme of things. I think about it for a moment. It sounds kind of familiar and hopeful, I guess. Almost like when someone says that nothing matters with a smile. But then they return to their work. They write it again. They write it again. Are you... I stop myself. Let's not. I trail off. I don't really want to be here anymore. Again and again, I give in. That's how my love goes. Nomi hadn't moved from her spot, like usual. You get lost? I slump onto the couch next to her. The guys are being... a lot. She doesn't look up from the show that she's put on the television. Boys will be boys, or whatever. I think Charlie's been acting up more ever since he realized you aren't holding his leash anymore. She waves away the thought. That freak can be someone else's problem. I don't have the energy for it anymore. He'll tire himself out. Or burn the place down. I thought I smelled something. It reminds me of your birthday. I've had a few. With the cake. Not helping. You know the one. You just come out, so Val tried to bake you a gay cake. Not the rainbow flag, the blue one. My hand raises to my face in embarrassment. Oh god. No one got what it was, so I tried to cheer him up. Wow, thank you so much, Val. I've always wanted to try a toothpaste cake. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. I buried that moment beneath the whole damn memory palace. I felt so bad. It looked so gross. Not an appetizing thought, no. There was even orange juice on the table. I chuckle. The devil's combo. What even brought this up? Charlie? Was he even there? Was he even... Of course he was! Don't look at me. It's been, what, a decade? You're unbelievable. How do you forget an exploding cake? Oh, wow. Was that year? Charlie had hidden a firework among the candles. So while we were all singing happy birthday, it flew up in your face. I don't know how we put up with that guy for this long. I guess some kids just get grandfathered in. They were always there, so we intuit that they always will be. You don't question it. I remember thinking he was cool, but I guess he was just way older than us. He was a total loser. I thought he was hanging out with freshmen. Never saw it coming when I got him back. I gasp when I remember where this is going. Oh no. Yep. He super glued his horns to a PVC pipe while he was sleeping. That was insane. He had to turn sideways to walk through doors for like a week until they figured out how to get it back off. You never tried anything like that again. Tried what? And I turned just in time to see everyone else returning through the layers of fabric. Thought you got lost or something. Val pushes past him. Your illicit pizza delivery, Miss O'Neill? With a sing-song tone, he bows, presenting an open box. What am I looking at? I shredded the pepperoni before I put it in the oven. What the fuck? That's genius. It's what you get when you let the man of the house work. You might actually be a catch if you just never spoke. Charlie holds up an oily slice with a dismissive expression. It sounds like a you problem. Close your own damn ears. Nomi is already halfway through her first slice. Val passes a couple paper plates to me. I grab a slice for myself, then one for Edgar. Ooh, the pepperoni is evenly spread and it's all crispy all over. This might be the first ever 7 out of 10 wall pizza. The glass ceiling is shattered. Aren't we gonna watch a movie or something? Nomi scoffs. Well, you've busied me. I'm busied. The pizza's not gonna werewolf on you if you turn your back on it. It's fine. We could just talk. Oh god, anything but that. Just give me a minute. Okay, change of plans. I didn't pick a pizza movie. We need a pizza movie. What are you talking about? Dark Crystal is objectively not a pizza movie. It's against decorum. I've gotta find, like, a Scott Pilgrim or the first Power Rangers movie or something. What is that odious stench? It smells like teenagers. Stop. I noticed that Edgar hasn't touched their food. They're just staring vacantly at their triangle of cooling cheese as the grease gradually penetrates the paper beneath. Hey, buddy, are you feeling... Do you ever fucking stop? I'm sorry, you're... Just over and over again. Are you okay? Are you okay? Who does that? Take a fucking hint already. Hey, don't harsh the vibe. It's against the rules. Is this seriously working for you guys? Honestly? Hey. I mean, I tried, but sitting here just makes me want to scream. How can you keep acting like this is normal? Is this it? This is the whole plan? We've got food, friends. Shouldn't that be enough? Nah, I was wondering when someone was gonna say it. We agreed. There's a growing sense of dread within me. I can't fucking do this anymore. This tiny world that we've made for ourselves, I'm sorry, it's not enough. They're not wrong. I've been playing nice, but sitting around here, it's like we're already dead. This ain't life. Edgar sets their plate aside and stands, brushing themselves off. You guys do what you want, but I'm going back outside. Yep, I'm ready for a change of pace. Just like that, huh? You don't want to do that. But they're already leaving. Don't, guys, come back. I take a few steps after them. Hey, stop. I don't know, maybe I can fix this. You don't want to do that. Last time you went outside, you really freaked out. But I stand at a threshold. Ahead of me, Edgar and Charlie vanish into the dark. Behind me, Val and Nomi are bathed in the television's glow. So this time I'm staying inside. My heart sinks, but I just stand there and watch them go. 2 shadows blot the far door, and then they're gone. Hey, come on back. I turn to the bear. We've got pizza. He says it with a sad smile. I sigh and sit back down. It takes a while to reset. Nomi eventually settles on an old DVD from the 90s. It isn't long before we're just talking over it. So anyway, there's pizza movies and non-pizza movies. It's obvious when you think about it. Red Line is a pizza movie. Midsommar is not. Babadook? Nope. The Green Room? Obviously not. But Turtles in Time? Perfect pizza movie. I nudge Val. Hot Fuzz? Uh-huh. Is Hot Fuzz a pizza movie? He looks completely lost. I don't think he was listening. He was just kind of spacing out. Of course. Action comedies are pizzas, bread, and sauce and cheese. So it's a tempo thing? Exactly. The movies have to move. Moving is more important than just making sense. It's a crowd pleaser. It's unchallenging. Uh, I guess. If you want to be a dick about it. Nomi really launches into the deep lore of this concept that she probably only just now made up. While she's rambling on about it, I check in on Val. When I look over, the first thing I see is his reddened eyes, wide and searching. They wobble there, pleading and unseeing, as I hear his breath falling out of rhythm. I reach out to touch his shoulder, but he recoils. For just a moment there, I feel the bite of an unspoken accusation. I push through it. Hey, what's wrong? His face drops to his palms, hiding away. This isn't right. What? Leaving things like this. Come on, don't get weepy. Shut up. I hiss it. Ignore her. Like what? They're gone. We didn't. We should have fought harder. It's not right. There's a tremor in his voice. I reach an arm around his thick frame and pull the bear closer. Shh. Don't worry about it, man. Charlie's probably just gonna blow off some steam and come right back. You'll see. What if he doesn't? What then? What if that was it and that stupid moment was the last we ever saw of... Stop. Could you live with that? After all these years, losing them just like that. We didn't even talk it through. Not here. Man, it's not good to think like that. You're gonna get yourself worked up. It's gonna be okay, I promise. I squeeze him, not knowing what else to do. It's not. He pulls away from me. It's not gonna be okay. Hey, we all agreed to the rules. He stands. Who even cares at this point? Val. What did we even accomplish with all this pretend shit if we couldn't even keep us all together? How's it even good for Jack at this point for us to act like we're not all... Don't say it. Take a walk. No! We're all gonna die. I'm sinking. We're all gonna fucking die very fucking soon, and your Barbie fucking dream house and your vibes are accomplishing jack shit, and I... There's a ringing sound. It won't stop. Maybe it was always there. Is it cold? Is that feeling cold? God damn it. Do whatever you want, man. I'm staying here. I'm sick of trying to keep up with them. I'm done with always having to be the one that reacts. Guys. Why is my heart... We need them. Why should we put in all the work if they're not gonna hold up their end of things? Like, who cares? What's the point? I'm done. It's blurry? Because it's all there is. It's all we have left. His voice cracks. What's the point? How can you... God damn it. Why did I pick you? This can't be it. What the fuck? I'm on my feet, I think. I don't remember. I need air. The air isn't working? Guys, I... I can't... I reach out at what I think is Val, but there's a growl. My chest flattens. My vertebrae pop. The world turns. I'm sprawled harshly across the couch, and I just lay there, gasping for breath in the throes of panic. The Val thing is there, frozen, a paw grasping at nothing. I didn't... There's a moment of hesitation, but then he's gone. And I'm alone in it. The world feels out of focus, and there's this tingling. Why is my blood so fucking loud? Hey, breathe. There's a hand on my shoulder. I grab at it like I'm lost at sea. I can't. I can't. Shh. It'll pass. I feel like I'm flying down the highway with a stuck accelerator, and I'm braking, and braking just makes it worse. It's long and harrowing, waiting for the tank to run out of gas. But she waits with me. At some point, my head slides into her lap. I've been here before. I don't know how long it's been. The world really is ending. The world is really ending. And we don't know when. It's not gonna hurt. Where did he go? Out. That's it? She cocks an eyebrow. I've been here with you the whole time, man. I should find him, right? You don't have to do anything. But he's hurting. He didn't help you. Like, part of me does want to go after him because, like, he's obviously in a place, but they're probably all like obviously going to be struggling in their own way. So I think I'll stay with her for this one, and then find Val later. Man, I don't fucking know. Maybe he needs the time alone. He knows where we are, but if we move, then he won't anymore. I feel like that's not your actual reasoning. She groans. Her silhouette is lit only by the wavering glow of the television. Everyone's a mess. I'm not saying ignore it, but it's just so much to take on if you do it every time. You end up following Charlie into traffic or something. We've all had a week. Sometimes you just gotta stop and watch TV. I shrug. I don't know. Aren't we just wasting time here? Wasting time? She scoffs. Like it's ours to keep. She mumbles it out, eyes still on the television. The actors on screen are all crowding around a black obelisk of some kind. A familiar song plays. Yet another movie that stops in its track to parody the Space Odyssey scene. You know, in the original Kubrick film, the apes basically discover technology for the first time. They pick up bones, and use them as weapons, and that's it. We became people. The ape throws the bone into the air, and then Kubrick cuts directly to a nuclear launch satellite thousands of years later. It's like he's saying that after that first step, inventing doomsday was inevitable. It's what we are. Huh. I never actually saw 2001. You should get to it. She's silent for a moment, working something over. Remember the zoo? What? I'm caught off guard by the topic. The zoo? I guess. I only ever went there once back in school. Oh, right. She seems delighted all of a sudden. Your parents totally had to come pick you up because you wouldn't stop crying. Baby! What a cutie. Dude, I was like 8. And anyway, animals are fucking weird. They look exactly like us. I don't want to think about it. What? It's the best part. Okay, I guess they freak people out a little bit. I get it. But, like, why not embrace it? And I think I ended up going back every year since. It's like there's a connection there. I can feel it. A connection. Yeah. Like, when I look at the bat cages, I can picture my family, but better. I think people watch animals and think, that's it? When they see what they do all day. They just lie there most of the time until they get hungry, or they play. But I think that's it. The entire appeal of a wild animal is that they're not ever gonna stop to check their iPhone. I guess. A family of ferals doesn't know what a libertarian is. They don't get into arguments about gender. They don't have credit card debt. They can't understand something like climate change. They don't know that we're all gonna die soon. I see her tense up. Right. They probably already got used to the color of the sky. Forgot it looked any other way. The sword of Damocles only holds power if you can see it. I don't think that's what the story is about. She shrugs. Call it a slant rhyme. That's not... Sure. The conversation lulls. I resign myself to the glow of the television until... Jack? She sounds small. Yeah? I want you to forget me. What do you mean by that? I think it would be better, you know? Are you still high? Stop staring at me. You know what? Never mind. Just watch the movie. I drop it. Maybe I shouldn't have. The screen takes over again for a while. Jesus, I don't remember movies being like this back then. She doesn't need me to elaborate. This was movies in the 90s all of the time. Homophobia, body shaming, a lot of sexism. It just comes across as cruel. Like they're insecure, angry. If I was in a movie back then, it would be exclusively so that they could reveal that I have a dick and then proceed to throw up all over that grand revelation for the next 5 minutes. It's hard to pretend that I care about talking about the movie. There's one thing that we're trying not to talk about, which of course means that it's all that I'm really thinking about. I give in. When do you think it'll happen? Doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure it's the most important thing in history. It kinda matters. Nothing matters. And I guess if nothing matters now, then maybe it never mattered to begin with. How could it? You don't mean that. You can't just work backwards from the end and declare society pointless. Sure, I can. It's easy. She makes a show of giving herself a nice long stretch, her wings on full display. I hear a few things pop. Okay, I get why you're binging 90s stuff. It's nostalgic. But why put us in pop synth purgatory? None of us were even alive in the 80s. You can be nostalgic for a time you never had. That doesn't make any sense. Who the fuck ever healed from things making sense? Dadaism is like 100 years old. World War I gave us unfathomable suffering and waste, so we put a urinal in an art museum. Sometimes you just gotta shit and roll in it. You make art sound like that kind of self-care that's actually just self-harm. What else is left to do? John Lennon hits different today, huh? Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Maybe it's better this way. It's not. You sure? Of course it's not. I don't know. I feel like we lived wrong. We could have been like the pharaohs, but we went and gave ourselves feudalism and slavery and capitalism. And we called it all progress while we hurt ourselves because, hey, life expectancy went up. I mean, would you choose to live forever if the price was you spent it all in a cubicle? Yeah? Seriously? Yeah. I guess I could never agree when people said that life is beautiful because it's short. Life is just beautiful. The rest feels like cope. So if I had 500 years of drudgery, well, maybe I'd find nirvana in the meantime or whatever. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. She stares ahead, considering it. Sisyphus. Dude was boiled down to one action. Now that's a feral. I pop my lips. Then I guess you're full of shit. What? You said it yourself. All of your simple life talk assumes that life has inherent value. So it doesn't make sense that we're better off gone. I feel like you cheated. But, whatever. You show me someone who is ideologically consistent, and I'll show you someone who is dead. Woo! Tiebreaker. I win. I don't think we're tied, buddy. Nuh-uh. I'm taking it. You're gonna have to show me receipts if you want to litigate. Oh, I'll come up with something. A fat man falls over. The camera lingers on him in a way that indicates this was meant to be a funny joke. He tries to get back up. He's unsuccessful. Which volume is that? Oh well, I guess it's just gonna be loud. Hey, turn it down for you, I guess. You've seen this one before? How does it... Ugh. That part where it said, I want you to forget me, and it almost got me to crack. I had to pause for a second there. This is really good. Just kind of looking at the different ways people deal with unthinkable tragedy. So I think probably next episode I'll do Val and then end on Charlie. Sure, why not? As before, I'll put all the links in the description. Definitely check them out. And support the creators if you've got the ability to. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.